It's 7 o'clock, and we're going to open, and I like to open with a unity prayer for the commissioners. So I asked Reverend Letter to open us up in a unity prayer. Go ahead.
Would you pray with me? To the one who goes by many names, to the one who seeks justice and equity for all persons, to the one whose care and compassion extends beyond all boundaries. To you, we open up this space and we come on behalf of the commissioners here this day. Would you offer them peace? Would you offer them ways of working together with a unity that does not subsume difference, but allows differences to come up, to be highlighted, to be named, and to be worked through? That the reality of justice and equity for all of your residents would be truthful in this day and always. Would you be with Commissioner Lewis, Commissioner Shropshire, Commissioner Butler, Commissioner Blacknell, Commissioner Henderson, Commissioner Buggs, and Commissioner Lee, that they might work together in such a way that the poor would not be expensed by the rich, and the vulnerable would not be expensed by the powerful, but that all of your children would live the abundant life in spirit and in truth. Amen.
Amen. Well, welcome again, and we're going to call to meeting in order. I'm going to give Commissioner Shropshire a few more minutes to get in so we can have a roll call. Okay, Commissioner Buggs, can you do the roll call?
Commissioner Pettigay Lewis, Commissioner Keisha Shropshire, present. Commissioner James Butler,
Present.
Commissioner Bernice Blacknell, present. Commissioner Kathy Henderson,
Present.
Commissioner Bud, Commissioner Lee.
Present.
We do have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Buggs. Before we adopt the agenda, I have a few changes. Item number 10 will be removed. And item number 11, commissioners, well, when we get to the discussion, whether that needs to be a voting action or just an action to proceed as the commission. So with those adjustments, I make a motion that we adopt the agenda without item 10 and with questions for item 11 if it's going to be a voting. Commissioner Butler.
I just wanted to point out that the meeting was not properly noted. So the voting items on this agenda will not we will not vote on the voting items on the agenda because.
Okay, so with that, then item number 11 is going to be a discussion item. All right? So with those adjustments, no number 10 and no voting, so item number 11 is going to be a discussion item. I move that this agenda be adopted. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, that's a second by Commissioner Blacknell. Now, next on the agenda is adoption of the meeting minutes. Commissioner Buggs.
I move for the minutes for January 10th be adopted. A second.
That has been second. Are we ready to vote? All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any noes? Any abstentions? None noted, so that passes 6-0.
Opposed.
Okay, one opposed, so that's 5 and 1 opposed. Okay, for the chairperson's report, I'd just like to welcome everybody again as the new chairperson. So to introduce myself, we're gonna allow our new commissioners to introduce themselves and the returning ones. But just what I plan for this year is like to build unity amongst the commissioners and see if we can move forward to make this neighborhood a better neighborhood. Each commissioner I know has this neighborhood in their hearts and want it all to be better. We just have to work better, working together to make some changes, and have you community also work with us. That's one thing I'd like to see us more working together with you. So basically that's all I have as the chairman's report. Now we'll have the treasury report by Commissioner Shropshire.
So, we had, several transactions hit our account. We had a beginning balance of $81,659.16. There were a total of 7 checks paid out. Check number 164 for $48.96. Check number 165 for $125. Check number 166 for $125. Check number 167 for $17.05. Check number 168 for $225.21. Check number 169 for $194.68. Check number 170 for $313.84. All of these checks were presented in our December meeting and voted and approved with the quorum. That leaves an ending balance of $80,609.42.
You have a motion?
We don't have to vote on it, it's just a report.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yes, Commissioner Nixon.
Okay, these checks number 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, and 170, I deemed improper. I did, at the December meeting, I indicated that I would reach out to the Office of the Attorney General to get an opinion, to request an opinion regarding whether or not the motion was sufficient with the information provided. And Josh Turner of the Office of the Attorney General has indicated that the information provided was insufficient. I have requested additional follow-up information, so I will look forward to present that to the commission and to the DC Auditor's Office, because these checks, the check disbursements are improper.
Thank you, Commissioner Nixon. Now we move to the public safety report, so the officers are here.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Sorry for my current attire, but I'm on limited duty, so this is what I have to wear. These are our two new sergeants. This is Sergeant Liebarger, that's Sergeant Mancuso. I'll let them introduce themselves. I'm sorry.
As she said, Sergeant Liebarger, I've been at 5D for, I don't know, give or take 2 weeks. So I will take your questions and I will do the best that I can.
Can you spell your
But
name, please?
please be gentle.
What about
Liebarger, it's Lybarger.
Okay.
And we haven't been assigned a PSA yet. We're just riding with what would be considered a training sergeant for the time being. So we don't really have a home right now.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'll stop. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Mancuso, Mancuso. Same, been here 2 weeks, came from Northwest, so I like it, it's nice.
Okay, so I'm Sergeant Brown, guys. I'm actually a PSA 501 sergeant. I got some of the 30-day crime stats here for you guys. As you all know, we did have a homicide in PSA 507. It is currently under investigation, but they do have a subject wanted for questioning in reference to it. The decedent's name is Mr. Willie Starkey. You guys haven't already heard. So that's still an ongoing investigation.
That's the one at the laundromat.
Yes, ma'am. 1500 block of Benton Road.
Thank you.
In reference to homicides, that's all we have in our 505, Sector 3, basically, a little bit of Sector 2. We haven't had any sexual abuse cases. We have had 6 assault with dangerous weapons in PSA 505, as well as 7 in 507, and 506 had 5 as well. There was a slight increase of 507 compared to the past 30 days, and PSA 505 pretty much stayed the same. Robberies, there was basically an increase in every PSA. I don't believe there has been any information or why they can account for why it's happening, because actually throughout the district, there's been an increase in these robberies, and we've been seeing a lot of cab driver robberies and delivery driver robberies, and we know it's pretty much the same group of, we believe, juveniles that are doing these robberies. But at least my belief is that they're local, so when someone is local, they're a little harder to catch because they can run home. You know, instead of maybe running back through the train station and we get in touch with Metro and say, hey, did you see a group of juveniles running in this direction? Because whenever we use these outside agencies to kind of help us, you know, in our search, it's like, no, you know, we didn't see anything, we didn't hear anything. Nobody's calling us, sending us tips on the text line of, you know, mysterious people running through their backyard or in the alleys. So that's just my take on it, though. I'm not a detective.
Just to piggyback, in the 2 weeks that I've been here, between day work officers and evening officers, I'm going to give them a lot of credit. We have arrested at least 5 people in connection with at 3 different robberies. One was a juvenile. He had done a couple of taxi cab robberies over off of Florida Avenue, and just the other day, last week, a gentleman was robbed and they took his car. And later in the evening, the evening officers, the day work took the report. Evening officers found the car. It was occupied by 4 individuals, 3 adults, 1 juvenile. They were all placed under arrest, charged with the theft of the car or utilizing the stolen car. And I think they linked several of them to that robbery and potentially a 4th robbery. So 5 of the officers are doing an outstanding job just in the 2 weeks that I've been here and the 3 weeks that I've been a sergeant. So I'll give kudos to the 5 of the officers.
Other than that, the burglaries are down, the motor vehicle thefts are down, and theft from autos are up, and especially, I know a lot of people are reporting theft from autos right next to that Denny's parking lot.
Yeah.
It's a hot spot. Yeah, so what we got going on now is, it's a part of our basically daily brief sheet on crime. So we got the mountain bike units, the CST, the crime suppression unit is aware of it. So at least, you know, because when people see our cop cars coming down the street, they're not going to do it right then. But with these mountain bikes, they're a little bit more agile. They can go in corners and cracks and go through the alley. So, you know, people don't see them coming as much. So we hope that'll kind of deter things, or they can catch some of these guys breaking into people's cars. Yes, ma'am.
So the thefts by auto, they were also occurring over by the Trinidad Rec Center, and I know that it occurs most frequently, or it has in the past, on those Saturdays when there's activities going on. So people have gone inside with their kids, and then they come out and their cars are broken into. So I think that Lieutenant Gray is aware of it, but I just wanted to make sure that there's a need for additional patrolling, like on those Saturday mornings whenever they have those activities.
So it's the morning.
Mhm.
Okay, so Saturday morning. What time do those usually go from?
10 o'clock until about 1.
And Sergeant Brown, I would also
Yes,
bring
ma'am.
to your attention, well, first of all, good to see both of you again tonight.
We saw you last night.
Yeah, we saw you last night, and welcome. I'm going to officially put first dibs on both of you for 507 because we have a need. We're having a serious problem, and you all are doing a fabulous job, by the way, in terms of the number of arrests. You know, my constituents are really seeing a difference, and they appreciate it. But we also have a need for day work attention. We have people stealing packages, as we indicated last night, and stealing water. So people are actually turning on individual spigots. A number of my constituents, I've asked the DC Water to actually do an audit for the 1800 block of L Street Northeast to see exactly how many people are experiencing a spike in water consumption. I mean, it's been warm, but no one's watering their yards, and we believe that it's theft.
And do you guys believe it's like vagrants or like, you know, homeless people in the area?
Oh, there are always ne'er-do-wells that are always looking forward to victimizing law-abiding citizens.